dating in 2022 is just awful. Whether, especially for women, whether that's they walk down the street and have people catcall to them, or they have people DM them on Discord or Twitter or whatever. Well, I was scrolling through TikTok and I found this video from this lady, and she had some guy who thought he could be a rock star and was told he could be a rock star from the age of 4. Failed at that, and then got a sixth grade, or brought out a sixth grade guitar skills, strummed up a little tune, and made this. So I'm gonna show it off real quick.
Hi. So today on Twitter.com, a man sent me a very long DM about how he found my account and decided to write a song about me. And honestly, that's not super out of the norm because like people message me and tell me or ask me if they can make art based on my art, which is cool. However, this man decided to continue the message by saying that he's never written a song about anyone, not even his wife, and that he had to ask his wife's permission in order to finish the song.
Yeah, I don't want to come in here and rip off the tinfoil hat or anything, but there's no way this guy has a wife. This guy had a wife, as you'll see, he mentions her numerous times, way more than anyone who actually does have a wife does. But if he really did have a wife, he would not be saying the stuff that he does to Lauren. I don't know why he thinks that like he can fool anyone into thinking he has a wife because he really doesn't. But dude, no. Yeah, let's just keep it going.
And then he sent it to me. Let's listen together, shall we?
Whoa, Lauren, you're in your own league. Watched your videos on Twitter just to hear you speak. And yeah, you do sound as cute as you look. Congrats, I suppose.
Gets worse.
Lauren, only you.
She's not wrong. It does get worse. But why does she say, or why does he put in the song "Congrats, I suppose" when calling her cute? It just doesn't make sense to me. But if he really wanted to get a girlfriend, he would not do that. Let's see how much worse it gets.
You know what you could do to my wife, my beautiful children and comfortable life with a push of your will.
Yeah, I gotta ask, what did he think this guy is, or that Lauren is gonna do to his wife? Is she just gonna walk in and go down on her? I very, very seriously doubt that. Or does he think that she's gonna walk in, guns blazing, like the Terminator from Terminator 2, and just start shooting? I also very seriously doubt that. I don't know what he thinks that he could do. Like, is she just gonna say, "Hey, I wish that we could go away," and then they'll run away? Like, I don't understand why he put that in.
Hey Lauren, are we in common? Are you over trusting? Are you analytical? Do you feel everything and more? I guess you're like razors of steel with grace and zeal and sex appeal all dwarfed by.
Yeah, I don't know why he thought that putting it at the end was the ending part was the best idea. With grace and zeal and sex appeal. It just sounds to me like he's doing something from like a church hymn to try and woo her over, which gotta say, there's nothing more lovely that a woman wants than a married man and being wooed over by a church hymn. But actually, she posted an update a couple days later. Uh, I figure we might want to talk, like, show off just to show how weird this gets, because, oh, it gets weirder.
Which you can pause to read.
She says, "Hey Lauren, I'm Alan," or he says, "Hey Lauren, I'm Alan, and you don't know me, and we never met, and probably never will. But I had the pleasure of reading one of your articles, as one does after reading an article. I looked up the writer. In this case, it was you. First hit Twitter. I had a nose around your Twitter, whatever you call it, feed page. I don't know, but anyways, got inspired by the first 30 seconds or so because you're quite well impressive." Yeah, not to be rude to Alan, but if he doesn't know that a Twitter feed is called a Twitter feed, I don't think he's old enough to be knowing how to read the articles. Nor do I think he actually read an article. I don't know anything about the writer, but there's no way that she, like, wrote an article and then out of nowhere that he decided it was time for him to start diving. Also, how do you get so impressed by someone that you just start looking them up on Twitter? It just doesn't make any sense to me, but, I mean, I'm not as a psychopath like this guy is. But yeah.
This is a really long DM, but like, there's the I've never written a song about my wife, but I imagine you get that all the time.
Remember, guys, his wife's not real. There's no way this guy has a wife. Gotta keep making sure we know that.
And then here's the my wife's permission part.
I really like this part because he says at the top, my mate slash business associate, and emailed you pretty much the same thing. Don't know if you actually got that or if I sent it to the right address for that matter, but yeah. So he already forgot the lie that he told her where he didn't email her that it was actually his business partner. And the best part about this DM too, if you keep reading, he says, one thing about the song, I actually need to get permission from my wife to finish writing it. And then he talks about red wine plus me on empty stomach equals messy me. And on top of that, he says that he had to take it into the studio. I just think that this is so goofy, and the fact that he tried to lie and use red wine as an excuse, which is like the least alcoholic alcohol, basically grape juice, is just insane to me and super funny.
And I thought that was weird initially, but I was like, what would be wrong with the song that you had to, you know, ask your wife about it? Like that's probably an exaggeration or something. But no, it was not. So you're all gonna be disappointed, but I did not say anything in response. I did just block him after the song.
I can't believe that Lauren would be so selfish as to not love this guy's song and take it to the heart after he wrote such a beautiful node. This is gonna go down in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame history with some of the greats like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star and some of the great bands from Alan. Or Alan's gonna go down with some of the great bands like Led Zeppelin, Billy Joel, R. Kelly, MGK. I just can't believe that one day Alan is gonna be such a wonderful, far out human being, super famous around the world, and I get to listen to this on the radio. 92.5, here is I Love You, Lauren by Alan. I just can't believe that she'd be so selfish.
Was emailed to me. Just in an email with nothing. Just says, Lauren, parentheses, rough as fuck. Lol.
Yeah, gotta say, I love that the name of the demo is Rough as Fuck. It's pretty funny.
After I blocked him, he immediately blocked me back, and a few hours later sent this email. My man said,
He said, Lauren, blocked. Okay, you should have said this is a fictional thing, not to be taken literally, but well. Yeah, Alan, you're the one who's in the right here, not Lauren, the victim. She's not a victim. It's her fault for not realizing that this was fake. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I thought this dude was super desperate, and I thought it was really funny. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Thanks.